I've just discovered that WordPress has decided to make things difficult for us. In this new version, which we're using right now, they've changed how we type in posts and pages, which makes it difficult for us to create items in our store. We're going to fix that, and it's very easy. Just follow these steps. Go to Plugins in the menu to the left. Click on Add New. We'll find a new plugin called Classic Editor. It might show up here on your screen already, since it's so popular. People do not like this new change. But if it doesn't show up on your screen, click in the Search Plugins box and type Classic Editor. Here it is. Click on Install Now, and it's installed. Click on Plugins again, and we can see the new plugin, Classic Editor, in our list. Click on Activate. And now we've fixed WordPress's error. We can go back to where we were. Now it's time to create an item we can sell in our store. Typically, you'll want to have an image of the item you're selling. If you've made the item yourself, you can take a photo of it with your phone or a camera. The picture's size doesn't really matter, but the nicer the picture, the better it'll look. But in this guide, I'll simply copy a picture from Pixabay and use that. So I go back to Pixabay, pixabay.com. Here's the snowman I used in my header image. I'll go back to the start page, and I'll search for teddy bears, since that's what my first item will be. This first image looks fine. I click on it. I click on Free Download. I select the size, typically the second largest, and click on Download. I get to save the image. I put it in the same folder as everything else, and click on Save. Now I can go back to WordPress. To create an item in our store, we'll create a new post. Our store is really a kind of blog, so every item we're selling will have its own post in the blog. A post is like an email. It has its own title, text and image, but instead of being sent to someone, the post is shown on our web page for everyone to read. The posts will be sorted automatically, so the newest post is always at the top. But the customer will also be able to filter our posts by clicking on the categories in the sidebar. So let's go to the menu to the left and click on Posts. Here we can create new posts. But first of all, we'll delete this post, Hello World. You might have this post in your WordPress as well. This is automatically created just to show you that a blog works. We'll delete it by pointing at its name, and here we can select Trash. Then that post is removed. Now we have no posts in our blog. To create a new post, click on Add New. This is where we type in new posts in our store. We'll have to make one new post per every item we want to sell. If the page for new posts doesn't look like this in your WordPress, then you need to install the plugin Classic Editor that I installed earlier. When you've done that, your Add New Post should look like this as well. Creating a new post is like making a new email. Click in the title box and type in the name of your item. I type Knitted Teddy Bear, since that's the item I'll sell in this post. If you're selling snakes or shovels, that's what you type instead. Then we can click in the big empty box below all the buttons. As with emails, this is where we will insert the picture and write the text. In my case, I'll start with a picture. We can click on the button Add Media. If the image has already been uploaded, we can select it here. But if the image we want to use hasn't been uploaded yet, we can click on Upload Files. Click on Select Files. Find and select the image you want to use in your post. In my case, I have this picture that I saved earlier. Click on it and click on Open. The picture is uploaded to WordPress. Now, when you've found the picture you want to use, make sure it's selected, that it has this check mark in its corner. If it doesn't, click on the picture so it is selected. When the picture is selected, we can see info about it here to the right, and at the bottom of this field, we see a box called Size. Here we can decide how big the picture should be in our post. We can choose between thumbnail, which is essentially small, all the way to full size, which we should not use since that's very large. Typically, you'll want to stick to the size medium. When you're done, click Insert into Post. And the image is copied into the post we're writing. Medium size looks fine, but if you think you picked the wrong size, simply delete this picture by erasing it the way you erase text, and then click on Add Media again, select the picture, choose another size, and click on the Insert button. Now that the image is in the post, we can write some info about it. Make sure the cursor is shown somewhere here to the right of the image. If it doesn't show up here, simply click somewhere to the right of the image, and it should show up here. When it does, press Enter to get a new line. Here I just write the price and also what colors I want the bears to be available in. Of course, in this case I'm just making it all up. You may want to be a bit more descriptive. So I type price. I make it 10 euros. I press Enter, and I want to sell these bears in the colors orange, blue, and white. So I type colors. Like that. If you want to type anything else, feel free. So this is my item. Now we'll add the Add to Cart button. That way, customers can buy the teddy bears in my store. I press on Enter to get a new line. When the cursor is blinking on a new empty line, click on the button WP Cart up here. Here we'll decide exactly what this particular Add to Cart button will do. We'll start with the box Product Name. Here I write Knitted Teddy Bear. This is what the product will be named in the shopping cart, so it's very important that you're clear. Then we'll add the price. Click in the box named Price and type in how much this item should cost. If you want to use a decimal point, make sure to use a period, not a comma. So you write, for example, 12.5, not 12.5. And make sure the price you write here is the same as the price you wrote in the post. The price in the post is just text, but this is the actual price the customer will be charged at the checkout in PayPal. You don't want the prices to be different in the post and here in the button. Now I want my bears to cost 10 euros. I set my store's currency to euro earlier, as you might remember. So I've written 10 in this box. If you want a shipping cost to be added automatically to the price, write the shipping cost here. If you're selling a computer file, such as a PDF document or an ebook, you can paste a link to that object here. The link will become available to the customer after they've paid for the item. Now we can add some variations to our item. In my case, I'm selling orange, blue, and white bears, so I want to let my customers pick a color. I click in the first variation box and write color. Then I click in the values box to the right, and here I can write in different available colors. I write orange, comma, blue, comma, white. When you write your variations, always separate them with a comma. That's very important. You can add up to 3 different variations on your item. They can be almost anything, color, size, and so on, but not amount. Amount is already programmed into the shopping cart. You'll see it later. When you're done, click on Insert. This inserts a code on the empty line. You see it's a code because it has these square brackets at the end and at the beginning. That means it's code, not normal text. This code will add a WordPress shopping cart button to the post, and this particular button will add the product named Knitted Teddy Bear. It will cost 10 of my chosen currency, euros in my case, and the customer can choose between the colors orange, blue, and white. If you want to delete the button from the post, simply erase this line of code. You can always add a new button afterward by clicking here. You can also change details in the shopping cart button right here in the text. For example, if you want to lower the price from 10 to say 5, simply change 10 to 5 inside these quotation marks. It's important that you let the quotation marks be. Without them, the code is ruined. If that happens, simply delete the code and create a new code by clicking on the shopping cart button. Now the post itself is done, so we'll add some categories to it. This is an important step, but it's easy to forget. You go to the categories field down here to the right. You might have to scroll down to find it. Now, since this post is selling teddy bears, I check the teddy bears category. That way, if a customer clicks on the teddy bear category in my store, this post will show up. I also click the category All Items, which is supposed to show all posts in my store. And now this post, this item, is finished. We can always change it whenever we want. Click on the Publish button. And now it's been published. We can click on All Posts in the menu to the left. Or just click on Posts, it's the same thing. Here we see a list of all our posts. Right now we have only one. In my case it's titled Knitted Teddy Bear. If you want to change anything about a post, just click on its name to open it. And here it is. We can change whatever we want, and when you've changed it, click on Update. We can go back, click on All Posts again. Now let's see what happened in our store for real. Point without clicking on the house button and select Visit Site. And now we're getting somewhere. This is how our store looks now. Our newest post is shown here at the top of the content area. When we make more posts, the newer ones will be end up on top of this one, and this one will be pushed down. That is why we have the categories. Because once you've got 100 posts in your store, it can be difficult to sift through them all. But by clicking on a category, it becomes easier. Let's try to buy a bear. Here I can see what it costs and what colors are available, and this is just normal text. I could have written anything here. Here is the button's code. I can select color. I select a blue bear, and then I click Add to Cart. Here we see I have added a knitted teddy bear to my shopping cart. It costs 10 euros. And here we see in the quantity box that I'm buying one blue bear. If I want to buy, say, 5 blue bears, I can delete the 1 and type in 5 instead. And press Enter. Now I'm buying 5 blue bears, which costs a total of 50 euros. Now, if I want to pay for this, I click on this button here, Checkout with PayPal. But right now, I just empty my shopping cart by clicking here on the trash bin icon. Now my cart is empty again. We'll add some more items to our store, so let's go back to the dashboard. I'm going to create a new item for a cat statue. So I go back to Pixabay in my case, since I haven't taken any pictures of my own. I search for cat statue, and I find this picture. I click on Free Download, select the second largest size, and download. Save it in the usual folder, and click Save. Now I can go back to the dashboard. So, to make a new item, go to Posts, click on Add New, and you get to type in a new post in your store. I name this new post Cat Statue, get a capital S. Then click in the message area. I click on Add Media to add the picture. Click on Upload Files, since the cat statue picture hasn't been uploaded yet. Select Files, select the picture and open. It's uploaded and it's selected already. I go down to size. I want it to be medium. That's selected already. So I click on Insert into Post. And now the picture is added to my post. I make sure the cursor is shown here to the right, then I can press enter to get a new line. And here I can type things about my item. When you create items in your store for real, you will want to be more descriptive than I'm here. You know, type about the item, how good it is, and so on. But in this case, I'll just stick to prices and variables. So I type price. This one is expensive. I type 40 euro. A new line. And here I type, for example, size. Small. Large. And this is just text. I have to replicate this when I create the shopping cart code. I press enter to get a new empty line, and I click on the WP cart shortcode button. Here I get to specify what the cat posts add to cart button will do. I type cat statue in the name, and then I write the price in the price box. I just wrote that it costs 40 euros in the post, so I have to type 40 here, or people will get upset. I skip shipping, and I skip file. I want to type in a variation here. I wrote size here, that it's available as small and large, so I type here name, size. Values, small, comma, large. And I click insert. Here's the code for this item's shopping cart button. Now I'll add some categories. I click on cats, since this is a cat and not a teddy bear, and all items. That way this item will show up when the customer selects the category cats, or when the customer selects all items. Now I click publish. If we click on posts, and here we see the list of our posts. Right now we have 2 items in our store, knitted teddy bear in my case and cat statue. Also, if you want to delete an item from your store, which happens occasionally, you can click on trash like this. The item is gone, but it's not deleted permanently. If you want to restore an item you have trashed, click on trash up here. This is where all the items you have deleted end up. So if you want to restore a deleted post, you can point at its name and click on restore. Then it disappears from the trash bin. It's been added back to the normal list. And if you want to delete a post forever, so it disappears from the trash bin, you can point to that post's name and then click delete permanently. This isn't something you have to do, but if you really want a post to be gone forever, you go to the trash bin, you point to the post's name, and you click delete permanently. To go back to the post list, you can either click on all posts or click on all here. And here we see knitted teddy bear has been restored. Also, we can see which categories the posts belong to here in the categories column to the right. When you have a lot of posts and you want to see only the posts of a certain category, you can click on the box that says all categories. Pick a category here, and all the posts that don't belong to this category will be hidden. Click on filter, and now we only see, in this case, cat statue, since I've selected the category cats. To bring them all back, click on the box, select all categories, and click filter. And now we see everything again. Now we'll see how our new post looks in our store. Go to the house, click on visit site. Here's the store now. We have a new post on top. The cat statue's post has been published, and it's above the teddy bear post. That's because the cat post is newer. Let's try out the categories. We can click on the category teddy bears. So now only the posts that belong to the category teddy bears is shown. The cat post is hidden. We can see here category archives teddy bears. And if we click on the cats category, we only see the cat item. And finally, if we click on all items, both posts are shown again, because both posts belong to the all items category. Using categories is an easy way to only see the type of posts you want to see. So again, let's buy some of our items. I go to the cat post and I set the size box to large. Then I click on Add to Cart. Now the cat statue has been added to my shopping cart. We can see that I picked the large statue, that it costs €40, and that I'm buying one. But I want to buy 2 statues, so I change the 1 to a 2 in the quantity box. And I press Enter. And now I'm buying 2 cat statues. The price is doubled automatically. Now, as you may have noticed, this is a very simple store, so you can't type 2 different prices for small or large. So really, if you want to have different prices for a small cat than for a large cat, you would have to make 2 different posts. But that's easy. You already know how to do that. I want to buy a teddy bear as well, so I go down to that post, select a color, and click on Add to Cart. A teddy bear of that color has been added to the cart, and its price has been added to that of the 2 statues. We can delete the items from our shopping cart. And now the cart is empty. We can go back to the dashboard. We'll create a 3rd post in our store, and as usual I don't have a picture of my own, so I'll just get one from Pixabay. In this case I search for wooden cat. This is the picture I want, so I click on it. I click on free download, select a size, click download, and save it in the folder. And now I can go back to the dashboard. So, we'll create our 3rd post. Go to Posts, click on Add New, type in the name of the new item here, click here, Add Media, because I want to add the image right away, Upload, since it hasn't been uploaded yet, select Files, select the image, click on Open, make sure it is selected, size is medium, insert into post. I press Enter to get a new line, and here I type the price. €2. I press Enter to get a new line. This item won't have any variables, so I simply click on WP Cart shortcode immediately. Product name, I give it the same name, wooden cats. Price, 2. Shipping, I skip. File, I skip. And also I won't give any variations. I just click on Insert. And the code is created. I add this post to the category Cats, and as usual, all items. The post is finished, so click on Publish. Now we can go to Posts, and here we see we now have 3 items in our store. The important part is that all of them belong to the category All Items. Let's see what the store looks like now. The post Wooden Cats has been added to the list, and it's shown at the top since it's the newest. If we click on the category Cats, only the posts that belong to the Cats category will be shown. The Teddy Bears post is gone. And if we click on the category Teddy Bears, we only see the Teddy Bears post. And if we click on All Items, we see all items in our store. So our shop is basically finished, but there are still some finishing touches we should do. 2 of them, to be exact. The first one is that I'm annoyed at how our widgets scroll out of screen when we go down. I can no longer see the shopping cart. I have to scroll up to see it. That's not good. So we're going to get our widgets fixed so they can't scroll out of screen. The other thing I'm annoyed at is this menu. This shows pages we don't even have on our site. So we're going to fix the menu as well. But we'll start with fixing the widgets. we can go back to the dashboard.